Okay.
Hello and welcome to Beyond the BTB Podcast. Today with Kai Cziszki and myself. Welcome. How are you?
Hi. I'm fine. I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm sitting here. I had a good day, but I was not motivated a lot like the last
Yeah.
week. So I was sitting on the couch having some me time today.
Me time. Okay.
Me time. That's how it's called, I think. So
Okay.
yeah.
Never heard of that, but
I was really a lot in the internet today.
of
And
course.
just searching for a lot of stuff, inspiration and all of that, but not doing a lot of productive stuff. I don't know if you say it like that.
Yeah.
That was
For
my
me,
day.
actually-
It's cold outside and I don't like if it's cold outside.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Actually, it feels like a Sunday. Like a Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like just foggy and rainy and cold and just like a Sunday October afternoon, but it's during the week right now.
Yeah. Today's not the best day, but we're
Yeah.
excited because of this podcast, of course. What are we doing right now at Beyond the Black? We're doing a lot of stuff in social media, so
That's
we're
right.
having a lot of calls
Yes.
in
Meetings.
bigger groups and
Yes.
thinking about what we can do and what special things we can do for you, like this podcast. So
Yes.
this is our daily business right now.
Yes, that's right.
And we can't wait to go on stage again and to sing for you guys. We really miss that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Please have mercy and let this COVID stuff go away pretty soon. 1 year ago, we had this huge European tour, and now it's like, we can't do anything like that right now.
Yeah, we would
Yeah.
do anything for that, but we know why we cannot do it. We understand.
Of course, we do understand. That's important.
That's important, yeah. But it would be better if all of that would be over soon. But
Of
I
course,
guess
yeah.
for you guys as well. I hope so.
Yes, we hope
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. So, last time we talked a bit about the beginning of Beyond the Black, a bit about myself, what I did before, because I think that's important to know before you know or get to know Beyond the Black. And, the first album, the bit more deep stuff about the second album. And I guess this time we get more deep into some emotional stuff because it's about the third album.
Of course.
And a big change in the Beyond the Black history. So,
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
How do we start with this? When you think of that whole situation and how it came to that, you have to think about how Beyond the Black was coming to life. So I talked a lot about what I did before and that this was the base of Beyond the Black. So I don't know if many of you know that the first album was mostly created before I got to know these the other band members. So all of that was like my baby. So the first thing that was happening was to I wanted to play live, so they came to that band and were like they were hired guns. So when all of that came to Beyond the Black is touring together and doing all of that stuff together and have success, I wanted to make this to make this a real band, like everyone gets the same thing and all of that stuff, and we're like acting like a band, we're doing like we felt like a band. I cannot tell that we did not feel like a band. So I just wanted to put that feeling into like what it should be. So that was the point when we said, okay, we have an international deal for the third album. or we wanted to have an international deal. That was the point when we were talking a lot about, okay, how do we continue? How wants everyone to continue? And I was the only one that wanted to continue, like, investing everything that I have, everything that I can do, and as a band. So that was some kind of the problem. But it's okay, because you have to decide yourself if you can do that, if you want to do that or not. But I have to say that during this time, when we talked a lot about how to continue, it got more and more into that deep line that wasn't we couldn't get over that line. So that was the point when like everyone was leaving me. And that was not cool. When this was published, and the people told a lot of negative things about me personally, and I said, oh my god, I don't know, you don't know me. I'm always like, I'm not a bitch.
Yeah,
so
of course.
what have I done? I just wanted to have a band, and I was doing my thing, my passion and all of that stuff. I did everything to get that, to all the people. And that was the only thing that I did. And maybe I was not, I don't know, I didn't pay attention so much that I could have seen that. I don't know, but I was 18 years old, so I don't blame myself for being young. So that was the point when all of that got like not cool during this time. But then Kai comes into the band and the other guys, and they really, really helped me feeling a lot better. I don't know how it felt for you.
Well, for me, actually, it was more of an amazing adventure I always wished to go to. Like, I always played here around my little hometown and in front of 10 people and everything. And I always wanted to go on big stages and play in front of thousands of people. And suddenly...
What you deserve, because you're an amazing drummer.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. You're an amazing singer, by the way. I'm sure not everybody knows that. I mean, it really was like a small chance that I get the job, because the first step was actually just to take place because there were shows and Jennifer was without a band. So we were kind of step-ins for the other guys, because she needed a band right away, right now, festivals and stuff like that. And
it was crazy, because I didn't know what to do during this time. Yes. And I said, oh my god, there is Wacken coming, there is Bloodstock coming, there are a lot of important festivals that are coming, and what do I do without a band? I couldn't really think of a lot of things, to be honest. I was in a deep depression like thing.
I think that the main thing you concentrated on was really like to get these shows done no matter what. And still you had to fight with all the comments from outside and all the shitstorm and all the people that were like really, what happened? Why? Why is this? But still you had to go on and play shows, and you didn't have a band yet, and you just split from your old band, and this is like so many things that are come together in that moment. And I really must say that I'm appreciate the way you really handled this, and that you for your like 18 years old or how old you were, you really managed that just brilliant. And
thank you.
we all knew what you've been going through. So our part was keep everything together, because that's what you needed and that's what the band needed, and that's what we all needed in the end, because you have to continue. And like I said, the first thing was just to, okay, she needs a band, we'll be that band as good as we can, and we will support her, and we wanna catch that falling apart of Beyond the Black and put it back together and somehow continue. That was the first thing we tried to do.
Can you remember the first rehearsals that we had?
The very first rehearsals, I don't remember exactly the very first date, but I remember.
I don't mean Berlin. I mean the other one when we were
where we were
nowhere.
in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
We locked ourselves into a studio room. It was the first coming together for all of us. So we met each other, and the thing is, what I'm thinking about is that Chris, Toby, and we did rehearsals before. So we were like the Franconian connection.
Yeah.
So we met in Chris' rehearsal room, and we practiced the songs until we finally met for the first time as the full band. Yeah, that's what I remember. That's how it started for me, actually. You were going to say was the studio stuff. Everyone had his special abilities and powers, and we had to bring everything together in one big superpower. That is a very, very complicated and psychological experiment, because you have so many different minds and people by itself and characters that actually, except me, Toby, and Chris, never met before. And now you have to become a band in like 1 week or something and play a festival like nothing happened before.
Yeah,
that's pressure.
Was
My
it Lauchheim?
Friends. Yes.
Lauchheim was the first one.
Lauchheim. Yeah.
When you expect a totally different band when you bought that ticket, and then it comes to that change, and then you go to the stage and you have to say, okay, we're a different band now. Yeah. You have to get that, and you have, or maybe you don't like it. I don't know. We did really not know what the people would say, or if they would boo or something. Can you remember? I was telling you? I don't know. Anyway, I told someone, oh my God, I'm so afraid that all of them are booing us out. So I don't know if you say that in English.
I guess you told that like in the room to everyone.
Yeah, because I was so afraid.
Yes, of course.
That no one would really
understand.
Yeah, because they were so aggressive in the internet. So I really did not know what they would do in front of a stage. I can imagine that it was like different and not really like that you say, okay, I trust that the same like the band before in the first place, but I'm open enough to get myself convinced. So I think over the years now, you have to say that the first 2 years were with the members before, and now it's 4 years with this
yes, it is
with these members. So it feels much more like Beyond the Black now, because a lot of people are saying, okay, Beyond the Black is not the same anymore, and
that's the thing.
I don't know, but it's
exactly
Beyond the Black more than it ever was.
It is, and a lot of people forget actually that we're together for 2 more years than the actually group was before. But I understand it from the fact as when you have a group and this group grows and suddenly you see the members disappear or getting outside of the band, I would react the same actually. But there is a time where you just say, okay, it is like it is, and I'm going with the new thing, and I'm speaking personally right now because I experienced it. Wow, the same way with different bands where my favorite drummer left, or my favorite singer or guitar player or whatever. But still, if they make good music and you grow with them, then they grow, But this is something. Even after 4 years, there are still people that say, "Well, the old band was much better or was different." Well, it's your taste, and okay, then
And you
fine.
cannot say that the first band really had so much influence that you say, okay, it changed because of the band change. Of course, it changed because of the band change, because you wanted to be more influenced.
Yeah.
But it was not like, how do you say that? Yeah, maybe it's because people are changing as well. I was changing as well. I did something like Sing Man Song and all of that stuff that changed me, of course, and my personal growth and all of that stuff. Every single band can decide if they do the same and the same and the same again, what can be really good. But we decided to change and to take all the fans with us on our journey, and it has nothing to do with, or not a lot to do with, this change.
Yeah, but in the end, what counts is the music, and that's what we're doing on stage. We project our feelings, and we project our emotions and our music to the people outside, when we do the best we can. To make you a part of what we do. And I think this is what counts, and not that guy played guitar before. So, I mean, I don't know. It's I wouldn't decide by people that exchange in bands. I decide by the music and the product and the emotions that are actually come out in the end.
Yeah, and as you can see in other bands, people are changing as well. The special thing about the history of Beyond the Black is that it was at one time, I think. But if you really look, if you can find bands where the people are changing, sometimes you can find a totally different band except of the singer. But within the years, it feels like a bit more that you can get more into that thought. I can understand that, but in the end, it's nothing different than that, I'd say.
Yeah. And the songs will never change. That's something to remember.
Nay is good.
Nay.
Nay. But what I wanted to say when I was asking you about the first rehearsals, I felt like after all of this really depression, deep things that I was feeling, this was really the first time when I said, wow, I really have fun doing my stuff right now because of the people around me. So it really makes fun in it again, because I don't know if you knew that I wasn't listening to Beyond the Black songs during this time when this change happened and all of that stuff, because I was really like, I could not really listen to it without being depressed or something.
Yeah, I understand. It's a trigger. It was a trigger for you.
Yeah, it was a trigger. Like, so that was the first time I did not rehearse at all before we met. So I did nothing. I just went to that rehearsal room or studios, and I just said, okay, let's see what happens. I don't know what to feel. And then I really had a lot of fun, and I said, okay, this can be more positive again during the years or during the months. I don't know. I know that these guys are standing behind my back, and they have fun, and they want to do that, and they feel the same as I do with investing a lot of stuff and investing what they have into that project. They believe in it. So that was really something that I needed. And you gave me this. I remember when our manager was telling me, or I think he told all of us, I did not see Jennifer that happy for a long time.
Yes.
That's what he
did.
said.
Yes,
So
he said
that's
that.
exactly what I felt.
Exactly.
That was a really important point for me, that rehearsals. And but in the end, after 2 days that Lauchheim show was, and I said, "Oh my God, I'm so afraid."
Yeah.
what the people would say again, of course, because it was like going like this all the
Of
time
course,
during the first months.
It was pressure for
Yeah.
all of us, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I only can speak for myself right now, but we also made a big change, and we were the new guys, and it's like, I mean, the first show was like in a dream and a nightmare, and kind of surreal. Because suddenly you play in front of 1,000 people you never did before. I mean, and then all in a sudden, you're part of Beyond the Black now, and every guy that was into metal or symphonic metal knew Beyond the Black, and suddenly you were the drummer or the guitar player or bass player, whatever. And that was actually a lot of pressure for me personally. Yeah.
Yeah, I can remember that I could feel it, that everyone was a bit like having pressure, but I think it's totally normal. So
yeah, of course. I mean, it
for
was
this
a lot of
situation.
factors. Yeah, the situation was so different from just like, okay, someone is sick. I step into the band right now and I play a show. This was totally different because the band, you split from the band, and then we had to play the shows in the same moment. We were the new guys, like I already said, and still you had to perform and to convince the people that you're standing tall and you're into it and you can do it, and there was so many things outside of just playing music or playing the show that really were like boop, 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 and then you have self-doubts or anything like that, and it was really one of the hardest times I've been through too. I don't know if you knew that, but it's,
yeah, I maybe know.
always has something with self-confidence, and yeah, but in the end, to round this up, it was just exactly right what we did, and it was perfect for all of us in the end.
It was totally worth it, all of that.
Yes, of course, yeah.
My question, what I have in mind right now, is what was your what was your favorite song from the beginning? Do you remember that? The one song that was your favorite in the beginning of Beyond the Black?
Spontaneously, I would say In the Shadows, because it's just the hit. It was the hit, the banger, you know. But also to play live, I would say Shine and Shade. I would say Shine and Shade, because
Shine and Shade is good.
yeah, the thing with that song is we all, I mean, you listen to the song, so you get into it and you practice them and you do it exactly like on the CD first, because that's what people know. You just play what people know, so they can't compare or anything. And at the very show, you just want to be like, they can't say anything against you. So
yeah, we didn't play that before, right? Didn't remember that.
That's the thing. That's the interesting or important thing, that we decided during the first rehearsals that we do it a bit different, because it's something to listen to the song on CD, but it's something else when you perform it live.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you have so many more options. Or
Then they
abilities.
came up with that second note and all of that stuff, right? Or it was
Yeah.
at Hallelujah as well. They really had a lot of great ideas. So that was also why I had so much fun when we first rehearsed, because I didn't
Yeah.
expect that, and they
Yeah, that's the
made
thing, yeah.
something new, and it was new to me as well. And that was really cool. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that.
Yeah, and
So
that's
let's
why
put
we
these
did it.
2 songs into our playlist now.
Of course.
If you don't know, we have a
Yeah.
playlist for this podcast, and we put a lot of songs that we're talking about or what's in our mood right now. We will put that into our playlist.
Of course, we will.
Yes.
Great.
Great.
Yeah.
So I would say after all
Yeah.
of
What are
this,
yours?
Mine. Oh.
Yes, of course.
Ooh, during that time, I would say not a lot. Because of that, what I said before, I couldn't listen to my songs.
Yeah,
So
but other than
after
that,
that, after
yes,
that,
after that, what
after
was
that.
like when you were back into it and you really had fun? Which song was like the okay? That's the thing. That's the song right now.
I'd say Shine and Shade, of course. Also because we did not play that before, and also Hallelujah, because of that, these special things that you
Yeah.
we're
with the
bringing
guitar
to
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
bringing into what we created before. So yeah, and also I'd say Running to the Edge.
Oh,
Running
yeah.
to the Edge. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was also
that's
cool.
yeah. It just goes forward straight, and it's a banger. You know.
Yeah,
They
and
would
the
say.
people are
Yeah.
doing something, even if they know the band or not.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
right.
that was cool. Yeah, and yeah, after that, I would say we talk a bit more about the third album. What
yeah.
it because I think that was the album where we had a lot of pressure, or I felt a lot of pressure.
Of course.
Like the first show, it was like the first album after what the people were, thinking about me or Beyond the Black. So that was one thing where we knew, okay, there would be a lot of attention again, maybe like TV stuff and all of these things, and then the people have another chance to write something about what they think about Beyond the Black. And so we really wanted to make this album great. And it felt like, especially Heart of the Hurricane, that song was like one freeing song. It was describing the situation perfectly, like being in that heart of the hurricane, and then creating something, and then shouting it to all the people, what Beyond the Black became. Oh, what Beyond the Black became. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah. And still it was still the song was so different from what we did before in so many parts. And actually it was one of the last songs we decided to put on the album, actually. I mean, we didn't had a song a title for the record yet, for the album.
Yeah.
But Heart of the Hurricane was one of the very last songs where we really were like, okay, I mean, it's different, but why not? I mean, we all were like, that's great. That's a great song.
I couldn't remember that.
Yeah,
But it was
I do.
in the end, right?
I do remember, because it was, I was like, why not taking this statement as the title for the album?
Mm-hmm.
Because it just fits, and we all felt it the same way. And if it doesn't fit, it's not the right name or the right one. So, but this, everyone was like, yeah, okay, that's it. And actually, that was pretty easy
Yeah.
to do it that way. But that's the way we decided it. What I can remember. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, as you say, I cannot remember a lot of stuff from that time or during that time. Maybe because I didn't want to, I don't know. But if you when you say it like that, I can remember that it was in the end, and that we said then, okay, it's so freeing, and yeah, describing the whole situation from Beyond the Black, and that's what we had to do. That was what felt right, and yeah, so this was a freeing album for us. And now with Horizons, another step, but we do not talk a lot about that today, or we do not at all talking about that. So after all of that deep stuff, I would say we come straight to our 5 quick questions for Kai Tschirschke today.
Can I take a little sip of my champagne?
First, yes, of course.
Yes, of course. It's just waiting to get drunken. To get drunk. I don't know.
Drunk. But yeah, you need something like that for your 5 questions, I think. I really thought about some stuff. Because when you see that podcast, yesterday would be Halloween, would have been Halloween. So we have some Halloween questions for you today. Let's start. Super quick. Right? Okay. You have like 2 seconds to answer.
2 seconds?
2 seconds. Okay.
Oh my god.
Like 2 to 5.
Okay. But if it's that doesn't count, so I still have the 2 seconds after.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Okay. I will count you in. Okay. First question.
All right.
What's your favorite Halloween song?
The Monster Mash from Bobby Pickett.
Why?
Because it's actually a rock and roll song, but it's has a very spooky flavor. Like, I don't know if I said the guy's name right, but the song is the Monster Mash.
We will put that into our playlist. Next one.
Yes, definitely.
What was the most horrible costume you've created for Halloween?
Oh, I think I just wore like a bath coat, like when you get out of bath, and the hat, and I went as the Reaper.
Yeah, really? Is that your most horrible costume?
Oh, you mean horrible in the way of that people get scared?
Yeah, that was scary. Oh. I mean scary.
I thought no.
Sorry, I mean scary.
I thought you meant like what was the most horrible costume? Like I didn't put any effort into it and just wore some toilet paper or stuff like that.
No, not really. No, because you have to know Kai is really into cosplay and all that stuff. Yeah, so I knew that he has something else, like the scary stuff.
Maybe we will find some pictures that we can just throw at you right now. Which I'm talking about is I had like a zipper in my face. And this is almost 10 years ago. And I was one of the first guys that did that around my hometown. And it looked like I zipped my skin up and opened it, and there was like blood and flesh and everything, and it looked like I really zipped up my skin, and the rest was normal. And I went to a party like that, and everyone was like, Jesus Christ, what are you doing? What is that real? And everyone was touching, and I was like, go away, yeah, it's
It's makeup.
It took a long time. But yeah, that was very terrifying, actually.
Nice. I really love that. I know that picture, but we will take it here and show it to people that are watching the video. So, Marilyn Manson or Rob Zombie?
Marilyn Manson, always. Oh. I love him.
Okay, yes. Why?
Because he's a myth, and he's the person he is. It's like, I mean,
Favorite song?
I like Mob Scene actually because it's really really heavy, and the new shit. It's my other favorite song. That was around my time where I still could listen to Marilyn Manson, but still listen to Metallica because he did some commercial metal songs, sort of. Yeah.
Yeah, great. So, next questions. Do you have sweets at home for kids coming by for Halloween, or do you hide and pretend not to be at home?
The second one.
Really?
Always.
Really?
Always. Yeah.
Oh, that's
The
sad.
thing is, there's actually also a terrible story I have to tell. It's not that long, but we have like once a year we have like it's not carnival, or it is something like that in every little town. And you have kind of small groups that are playing music from house to house, and they are collecting money. They do it pretty often around the town. And sometimes when they come to my house, I pretend that I'm not there.
Oh, why?
But the thing is, they do it in the morning. They do it
Okay.
on like New Year's Eve.
Oh.
And they do it like in, I guess, summer or something. And every time they do it, it's like
Hangover time.
8 in the morning or something like that. And then they ring my bell, and I'm a musician myself, and I always feel like, I have to hide. I'm not at home. I'm sorry, but that's I'm sorry. I'm home, but I just don't open the door.
So, last question.
Last question.
Last question. Okay, try it
Right.
again.
All right.
Last question.
Okay.
If your cat Minnie would dress up for Halloween, which costume would it be?
I guess maybe she would just go as Michael Myers or something. Yeah, I guess
He
Michael
really
Myers
loves
would
his cat.
I do.
He's always
do.
talking about his cat.
I treat her like my own child. It's,
Yeah.
it's
Oh
love. It's
no, I
cat
have
love.
to go home because my cat needs me.
Yeah, but it's the people that love cats know what I'm talking about, because it's like, oh, I didn't feed her at the right. Actually, right now I have to feed her. I just remembered it.
We have to go, I think. We have to go.
No, it's okay. She has like the dry food. She can always take a little crispy crusty, and it's okay.
I knew you would like that question, so
Yeah, of
I
course.
really did it, of course.
Thank you. Thank you for the
Of
question.
course. Yeah. So, I'd say I'm ready. I have done all the questions. I just want to say thank you so much for watching.
Of
We
course.
always, like I said in the previous episode, try to do that in English for you guys. So don't be mad if we don't always have the right words. If you want to support us, follow us on our streaming portal, Spotify, Amazon Music, all of that stuff. So you get always notified when we have new playlists or all of that stuff. And yes, you can also get some other music that you maybe like when you follow us. So yeah, it's a good thing. If you liked our podcast, tell us in our social media accounts and all of that stuff, because we always are reading the stuff. We cannot always answer, but we are always reading, and we want to know what are your interests, what we should talk about, if you like it in general. And thank you so much for watching.
Of course.
We hope it was interesting and fun for you and entertaining. So see you soon. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.